Hello and welcome to Midweek with Mia. Delighted to have you here. It's another wild and blustery day here in Ireland. So today I'd like to talk to you about using up things and making lists before you go shopping. So all too often we realise we're out of one thing and we head off to the supermarket and we come home with a load of stuff only to realise we've doubled up on things, or sometimes that we haven't finished off stuff in the fridge. And I suppose waste is a whole thing we need to be conscious of today with the planet. So I just want to talk a little bit about having some consciousness around that and just the idea of how to be smart about using up stuff. So one of the things, for example, is stuff like shampoos. So to make sure that you use all the old shampoo before you buy the new shampoo, and to leave, maybe if you do buy a new shampoo, to leave the emptiest bottle out towards the front so that that gets used, especially if there's lots of people using the same shampoos and sharing things. And of course, always get rid of your stuff consciously, so whatever can be recycled does get recycled. So the other thing is, stuff like this. I'm at the very end of a serum and I know I could easily go and buy a new serum and I wouldn't bother using the end of this. So I've become very conscious about literally using the last drop before I go off and I buy something else. Things like spices, for example, again, this could very easily get discarded. So I'll go and, even put a drop of water. Sometimes they're dried out at the bottom. I'll put a drop of water in so that I can use up the end of them. Coconut oil, this will get used as well. There's very little left in it, but if I bring that into the shower with me, it makes for a gorgeous moisturizer once it gets warm in the shower, and just to get the end out of the bottle. So having something like a chalkboard in your kitchen is always a really good idea, because as things run out, you can start to write them down, or a list on your fridge or something like that. And it just saves that thing of wastage, really, which, a lot of us end up either having too many bottles inside in the shower, or we end up like with waste food in our cupboards or in our fridges. So I learned a lot actually when Clive came to live with me, because when it was just myself and my girls, we were inclined to, take a fancy to something, and then we might be into Greek yogurt for about 3 days, and then the rest of the container would get left there. So I've become much more aware and conscious of what I consume these days, whether it's shampoos or food, either way. The other thing is things like this. So this is a blush, and as you can see, it's falling on top of me, it's broken. So what I do with things like that is I only use them in the house. So I have bought a second blush that I can carry around if I'm going anywhere for the day and I want to have makeup with me that isn't broken, because ladies, this would all smash up inside my handbag and go everywhere. So little things like that I do keep at home, and I might have a second one on the go, or maybe, if I was at the end of a mascara, I'll bring the wasted one actually out with me and keep the good one at home, stuff like that. So it's just really about having a bit of wisdom and a bit of sense and consciousness. And I think that's the thing we lack when we're really busy. We don't tend to be conscious and we double up on lots and lots of stuff. So get either your little notepad for on the counter or on the fridge, or your chalkboard, and just buy as you need. And we end up with a lot less waste, and a lot more things being used and finished up. And it's even a challenge actually sometimes to set yourself to use up everything that's in the fridge before you go shopping again, and just see, can you do it? And it can be fun even to see what kind of meals you can create by using up what's in the fridge. So enjoy that. On a mental level, or on the mind level, my tip for this week is, do you remember, I don't know, those of us that were brought up in Ireland anyway, but maybe elsewhere, I'm not sure, I can only speak for Irish families, but very often you'd say a grace before meals. And there was lots of different ones, and I know it was modernized when we were going to school. But simple words of gratitude for the food that we consume, the food that we eat, and just an acknowledgement of where it came from and the effort that went into producing it, can be a really, really nice way to have more consciousness around your consumption and around what you choose to buy and what you choose to put into your body. And the same when we go using our products. You know, sometimes when I'm in the shower, I just say thank you for the hot water. It's just so lovely because, you know, there are times where we don't have things, or, you know, there are people that just don't have those luxuries. So it's just really about being grateful that you have shampoo to put on your head, grateful that you have hair on your head even, who knows, or not, as the case may be. So that gratitude, and starting off with the small, simple, basic things that we have, and in particular your food. So that's my challenge for the week. Just go and see, can you remember to give thanks with each meal that you have? Start to become conscious around your shopping list. And use up all the ends of the shampoo bottles and the cleansers and the moisturizers and whatever it is before you go out and buy some new ones. So from my heart to yours, have a wonderful rest of your week. If you're enjoying these, please subscribe and hit the bell if you want to be notified. If you'd like to leave a comment, I'd love to hear from you and I'll get back to you, or give us an thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching.